Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be seeing their video on Finding Dory. Enjoy, everybody.
Isn't it about time these assholes merge these two logos into one and spare us the 45 seconds it takes to suck their own cock?
No, because like I said in the Coco video, these logos have always been separate, and since opening logos are how films work, they'll stay that way. Also, making an inappropriate comment cliche.
Dory Cupcake!
Kelpcake.
Yeah, that's a nickname Dory's parents call her. What's the problem here?
Fish hugging.
Yeah, so?
Jesus, another fish has gone missing? This makes me feel like the NSA dude at the end of Hunt for Red October. You've lost another submarine?
Arbitrary PCR that isn't a sin of the movie cliche. Wow, you're going for all the spaces on the CS bingo card, huh?
Hi, I'm Dory. Can you please help me?
Finding Nemo opened with a gut-punching emotional scene of loss of life, setting the urgency tone early. This movie opens with a scene of a forgetful child, then cuts straight to her being alone. Movie could have done itself tons of favors by showing us the actual moment Dory lost track of her family, but instead we just gloss that over.
Not really, since over the course of the film we're meant to be asking the same question as Dory as to how she got separated from her parents. And besides, the movie does show us later on how Dory got separated from her parents when she gets to her old home in the open ocean exhibit.
Sin is for the fact that her blindly trusting ass hasn't been gobbled whole by a bigger fish yet.
But Dory's the film's main character, so of course she won't die.
The idea that fish come up to the surface to stare at the stars, that's actually laughably stupid, but whatever. Good Milky Way shot, Pixar. You're perfect.
Sending something you like.
White boat! They took my son!
Finding Nemo Origins.
I mean, since the film was showing us Dory growing up, it has to tie into when she met Marlin in the first movie somehow, so...
A whole year? Making it a whole year is going to make it very hard for me to swallow that Dory will be successful in finding her parents.
But as the film shows, she does find her parents eventually, so...
Also, you're telling me that after the original Finding Nemo adventures, she's managed to stick around, but then a whole year after that she's going to wander off? Seriously?
It's not that. Dory's with Marlin and Nemo when she remembers her parents and talks to them before they all begin their journey to California.
I thought there were 3 sharks.
No, there were definitely 4.
But last time you told it there were 3.
Movie decides Marlin is a compulsive liar, which was not a trait he displayed prior to this movie, but whatever. Sequels gotta find humor where they can.
I wouldn't say he's lying, since when you don't completely remember something, a detail you give may not be accurate, but it's misremembering.
I remembered something.
Luckily, this class Mr. Ray taught today contained exactly the sort of clues Dory needed to kickstart her journey, and she doesn't forget them within seconds, making her memory in this movie super convenient.
I mean, there needs to be something to kickstart the film's plot, right?
Somewhere out there is my family.
It's a massively ginormous ocean, though. Do you really think you can strike finding a missing fish gold twice?
For this sin, you said finding a missing fish goal, but your captions say finding a missing fish gold, when it should say goal.
So it takes nearly 1/3 of this Finding Dory movie for Dory to even go looking for herself.
But throughout the film, Dory's looking for her parents, not herself. So...
You can get us all the way across the ocean, right?
No, but I know a guy.
Good thing it's been a whole year and these turtles are migrating again, huh?
yeah, so...
So, as happy as I am to see Dude Crush again, he rides the East Australian Current, and shouldn't have any f***ing knowledge or ability to get these fish to California. Sea turtles are not an entire globe-inhabiting species.
They also shouldn't be able to speak English as well, but all of that stuff is happening here since...
This isn't our reality.
The sequel to Finding Nemo perpetuates the myth of clownfish being able to hold on to turtle shells during this speedy tubular journey.
But as this film is animated, this is therefore not a myth.
Dory somehow doesn't see or doesn't react to this scary giant-ass eyeball that appears right in her field of view while Marlin is talking.
Can't say I agree, and I'll play the scene to prove why.
These crabs are locals, and I get the feeling they're shushing us for a reason. You might wake up something dangerous.
Are you talking about like something with one big eye, tentacles, and a snappy thing?
20,000 leagues under the entertainment value.
Jeremy, I just spoke to Jules Verne on the phone, and he wants you to return his book.
Also, fortunately for the scene's setting, an entire cargo ship and all its containers sunk here, and all those containers have stayed stacked on the ship despite the 45-degree angle.
But since that's a good thing, why is this a sin, Jeremy?
Physics ex machina.
Really?
I'm Sigourney Weaver.
Why is audio intended for human guests of the park so audible from outside and underwater, other than to advance the plot? I mean, do they actually have speakers underwater so all the fish can hear this too?
Probably not, and Dory's likely hearing her voice so that the plot can advance, like you just said.
Where we believe in rescue, rehabilitation, and release.
Except all the fish who can help Dory find her parents. They aren't released yet. That would be silly.
Jeremy yells at the screen cliche.
Fucking why would a Marine Life Institute in California have a picture on the wall of the Australian dentist's niece from the first movie? And how fucking old is that Apple IIe computer back there?
I'm pretty sure this is just an Easter egg for Pixar fans, and that's it. If it really matters to you, though, then maybe Dr. Sherman has worked with or knows someone from the Marine Life Institute.
Octopi can camouflage, but that's very different from complete invisibility. There wasn't even a telltale lump here, meaning this octopus can also camouflage his 3D body into something 2D.
And that could be because the film is intentionally being unrealistic here.
If I just take your tag, I can take your place on the transport truck.
How the hell does he think he's getting this tag off? This is one of those super impossible cable ties. Now, maybe it's because he's an octopus. He doesn't know that. But he does know something about Cleveland and understands human speech, so you can forgive us for being assholes about that.
Hank probably thinks Dory will just give it to him, which he later does, or he'll be able to just take it off himself, which he does attempt to do.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
It's kind of a drag she has to keep saying this over and over, because it makes the movie kind of boring.
But Dory's meeting Hank for the first time, and thus he doesn't know about her short-term memory loss, so it makes sense for her to tell him that.
We're supposed to be releasing the octopus back to the ocean today.
Amazing this octopus was planning his prison break on the very day Dory got captured, and these two could start some sort of symbiotic relationship.
So what?
How does Hank look green when his camouflage takes the color of his surroundings? There's no green here, except for on the map, and it's not in range. By the way, nice job making the octopus basically Randall from Monsters, Inc.
But unlike Randall, Hank isn't evil, so...
Hey, look, shells.
Hey, look, shells!
Jesus, this movie is like Memento crossed with Slumdog Millionaire. Dory's memory is inconvenient until the world, which is conducting some sort of parental scavenger hunt, provides perfect clues at the perfect time.
Arbitrary movie references.
Destiny. Destiny?
Destiny is not only the name of a whale Dory knows, but the mantra by which the screenplay was written.
And isn't that also the mantra for every movie ever written?
You and I were friends!
No.
We talked through the pipes when we were little. We were pipe pals!
Because aquarium rehab places like this always have pipes connecting each exhibit for easy marine life communication, of course.
You were saying?
Also, no, you weren't pipe pals. You f***ing weren't. F*** you. You were not. Dory's little voice couldn't carry that far, or even help Horton hear a hoot, much less be pipe pals with a f***ing whale shark.
Arbitrary book reference, like Mattia Loran said in the comment section of Captain Vader's video for this film.
Notion exhibit.
A fish with a memory problem, a shark with an eyesight problem, Nemo's weak fin. It's almost as if these movies think disabilities are easy joke fodder.
But none of those three things are treated like jokes here. They're all just supposed to be disabilities/flaws that Nemo, Destiny, and Dory have.
I'm sorry, but there's no other way.
There's no other way.
There's no other way.
Now this movie is getting f***ing ridiculous. Like, Dory spent a whole year not hearing anything that reminded her of her parents. Now she's hit a virtual treasure trove of memory joggers in one day. And maybe the movie is saying her memory is simply just getting better, but it's still a ridiculous amount of reminders in a short amount of time.
But you just said it. Her memory is getting better. How's that not good enough of an answer for you?
All you have to do is imprint with her, mate.
Oh man, they dragged Twilight Breaking Dawn 2 into this, didn't they?
Jeremy says something random, cliche.
Hey movie, how did these two get out of the tank and across the massive human walkway to hide in the stroller? I know you glossed over it, but I cannot.
And that's because it wasn't important to show, which is why the movie glossed over it, and the average viewer, to quote your Coco video.
Hey, the world's most powerful pair of... I know that. Why do I know that?
No idea, since you were just a little baby when you left, and I can't think of one reason why you'd ever see that sign while in captivity.
Dory likely saw the sign from her exhibit when she was younger.
Tree Limb has unreal catapulting powers and insane accuracy by throwing Marlin and Nemo into a fish tank that would definitely be sitting around outside a gift shop, but thank goodness they landed in water, am I right? What are the odds of that, by the way?
Could be luck, or it could also be the fact that as Marlin and Nemo are main characters in this movie, they won't die, and neither will Dory.
I believe my disbelief has served its proper suspension when it comes to this octopus-driven stroller that no one in this entire building notices, and is now on full alert bullshit status.
Nah, I don't think it has.
That's it! You have wasted my time!
Wait, no!
That transport truck leaves at dawn and I'm not missing it, so give me your tag!
I honestly can't argue with a single thing this guy says here.
But I don't see how you agreeing with Hank here is something wrong with the movie, so I think I'll be giving out my award here.
She remembers the Just Keep Swimming song from her childhood, and decides that is advice for her current situation, and despite all logic, it apparently is.
Narration.
You made her feel like she couldn't do it.
Didn't we cover this in the first movie? Are we really covering it again? Seriously?
I'm pretty sure there's different circumstances between what happened with Marlin and Nemo in the first movie and Marlin and Dory in this one.
She would just look at the first thing she sees and...
It's at this point Jeremy lost his ability to sigh. This is a sigh moment. The movie thoroughly extinguished all of them in the first 30 minutes, so I've been forced to do it. Sigh. Who cares?
Nemo, hold on to me! Ah!
Physics.
Okay.
The tag. Right.
This tag comes off way too easily, considering what we know about it, which is way too much.
But shouldn't this have answered your earlier sin about how Hank is able to get the tag from Dory?
My parents are actually down there.
Probably not, actually, but whatever.
It's almost like that's exactly the case, or something.
That why you're not in quarantine?
Quarantine?
Yeah, that's where they took all the blue tanks.
The ex machinas in this movie could fill a whole series of Harry Potter novels.
What?!
Dory? Hello?
Pipe Pal thing saves the day with a lucky whale who uses echolocation in the other tank. I mean, I'd settle for a convenient trail of Reese's Pieces at this point.
But what's the sin here? You just told us what's happening in the movie and said a convenient thing again and didn't explain why it's wrong.
Also, thankfully for Dory in this movie, this beluga figures out his echolocation abilities at just the right time.
Everything wrong with Finding Dory. A good thing happened in the film at the right time, and that's therefore a problem with it.
Oh, thank God, it's Marlin and Nemo. But why the f did dude's echolocation show a much larger fish this whole time? Was it for suspense purposes? I bet it was.
Yeah.
You've shown me how to do stuff I never dreamed of doing. Outsmarting sharks and jumping jellyfish.
Yeah, those would be called lucky, not some sort of amazing intellectual survival skills.
But like he said to her in the first film, if it wasn't for her, he never would have found Nemo or realized that he should be a less overprotective dad.
You made all that happen.
Did she? I think the sea turtles, the pelican, and the dentist's tankfish deserve a lot more credit than you're giving them here. I mean, did you even see the last movie?
Yeah, they all did help, but Marlin is still technically right, since, again, without Dory, he never would have found Nemo or seen him again.
Is this quarantine?
Yes, this is it.
And just in time to be carted away, too. You were about 5 seconds away from being on the floor and dead, but luck is so much on your side, you should buy a fish lottery ticket right now.
So, luck is apparently a sin. Gotcha.
My family!
And it's miraculously lit, unlike all the other loser tanks in here.
Jeremy points out things on the screen cliche.
Who do you think made sure all these open-topped fish tanks were in the right order for this progression of jumps? The screenwriter or God?
It's probably more so the Institute workers, considering that they're getting the fish loaded onto the truck to go to Cleveland.
Them. I can be more specific. Them.
All movie long, Dory's been talking about her parents and calling them by name, but suddenly she forgets Marlin and Nemo and is fucking clueless because the plot needs her to be.
Think back though. In the previous scene, the blue tanks told Dory that when her parents went to look for her in quarantine, they never returned. And that made Dory have a panic attack after believing her parents are gone, which led her to briefly forget them and Marlin and Nemo.
Dory gets out to the open sea and is so unsure of what to do that I'm positive she's about to accidentally herself into her parents.
Maybe because you've seen this movie already?
Dory was thrown out of the quarantine and down a sewer grate and funneled out into the sea, where she couldn't remember anything except what would Dory do. Miraculously, this leads her to some killing, which leads her to a magic seashell, which leads her to her parents, who just happen to be here all these years. I'm all for Dory doing this without help, but this officially broke me watching this movie. It's way too lucky. Everything in this movie is way too lucky.
Was there an audio hiccup when you said kelp during this sin?
Also, all shells lead to the drowned radial tire. Wait, what?
And like they say shortly after this, Jenny and Charlie set up all these shells for Dory to find them again, just like in the open ocean exhibit.
When did Dory's dad's eyes turn hazel, or whatever the f this color is?
His eyes are lavender/light purple, and they only look hazel because he and Jenny are in a darker setting.
Why do you think we stayed put here all these years?
Instead of going to the MLI and finding a way back in the exhibit, which would have been way more logical considering the problem-solving skills of fish in these movies, but f it.
But it wouldn't make sense for them to return to their exhibit, considering that they'd know that Dory wouldn't be there.
Marlin and Nemo!
Oh yeah, the problem that makes this movie feel longer than it is.
Says the guy who makes his videos longer than they need to be.
See, when they found me, it felt like fate. Do you know what I mean? What's another word for fate? Like, destiny.
Oh, we all knew what you meant by fate, but somehow that triggers your thesaurus and bails you out of yet another jam.
Jeremy yells at the screen cliche.
It's your destiny.
Writes itself.
What?
Oh yes, my beautiful gift!
Would this whale's echolocation work this well above water?
If the movie says yes, then yes.
Oh man, if only there was a way to stop traffic!
This is something that I highly doubt a beluga whale, a whale shark, and a blue tang will be able to figure out, considering this is human stuff they've never encountered. But Dory gets the bright idea to use these ex machina otters to stop traffic.
Considering that we previously saw otters in the film, yeah, these otters are an example of Chekhov's gun rather than a deus ex machina.
Whoa. Dory, honey, you're not leaving us again.
This is actually exactly like Marlin doubting Nemo at the climax of the first movie. This shit is so paint by numbers even Bob Ross looks down on it. From heaven.
But considering that their child was separated from them like Nemo was in the first film, it's understandable for them to feel this way like Marlin did.
Yeah, those things just appeared out of nowhere, well within your sight 1 minute ago. Also, these otters are fucking dead. These cars are going too damn fast to prevent roadkill right now.
He says, while showing that they didn't die here.
Becky, come back! We need your help! Becky!
I'll forgive the cartoon speed at which this bird showed up, but I will not forgive the fact that this bird heard Marlin's call in the first place.
Becky is a loon, and loons have excellent hearing.
Dory, follow me!
But of course, she doesn't follow, because this movie is an aggressive dickhead to stuff like ending.
Jeremy supports my belief that he doesn't like watching movies cliche.
What is so great about plans? I never had a plan.
Thing that Andrew Stanton told the writers when this movie began production somehow finds its way into the script. I see this movie's A113 gag is here, so a few dozen animators across the country can jerk off now.
Making another inappropriate comment cliche.
I enjoy this What a Wonderful World slow motion shot as much as the next guy, but these doors were locked from the outside, damn it. They do not fall open during a free fall.
Sending something you like.
You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Another terrible message to send to kids, because that is patently untrue. What if my kid sees this movie and then puts his mind to jumping off a building to fly? Huh?
But it's true that we can do anything we put our minds to, and also that second part of this sin just sounds like a you problem. So I'll be giving out my award again. And yes, both things I previously said apply to me giving out the award here. And here's the end result, everybody. The sin total is 344, and the sentence will be Forgetting an Adventure. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.